Hey everybody! I am back for at least one video. I know I always say that I'm going to keep filming YouTube videos and then I'm just like, nah, in this quarantine I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get so much done. I'm going to get so many things fixed, whatever. No, that didn't happen. So today we are actually here to do a little bit of makeup. Right now my favorite foundation is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, which is what I had said in my last video I posted about Miss Oshkosh. It just dries so well, and to be honest, you don't really need a setting powder with it. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what we're going with. And today, the reason that I'm doing a video is because I got the coveted Conspiracy palette in the mail today. So I'm really going to dip into it for the first time, you guys. I haven't even swatched it or anything, which normally I am very, very tempted to do. But, oh my goodness. I'm so excited to use this. My little sister wants me to use cheese dust, so we'll see what my brain comes up with. But, yeah, so we're just going to kind of chat today. My goal is to not have to edit this video at all. To be able to just kind of cut the front, cut the back, and be able to upload it, and nothing's coming out of my pump. I think that's code for Carrie. You need to actually go and invest in foundation. It's crazy because it looks full. Hang on one moment. I'm just gonna try and it's hard because I have a white blanket down too. It's like I don't want to get anything on it. So, well, we'll see what I can get done with this, and I'm gonna use the mirror from in here today. Oh my gosh, this mirror is so nice. It's so big. Also, I haven't taken the plastic off yet, so. Also, I used to apply foundation with a dry beauty blender, but ever since I started hearing, as I'm watching more makeup videos and stuff like that, ever since I started hearing people go, how do you do that with a dry beauty blender? I started wetting mine down, and oh my gosh, it has changed my makeup game. Because not only does it prevent a lot of foundation from just getting in the sponge itself, because it's expanded, but also it gives you more room to actually bounce and it's not so dense. So, yeah. This whole time I thought people were just beating their face with a dry beauty blender. And that was not the case. It was just me. So. And also, I realized I've been telling you guys for the past probably 5 different videos to leave stuff in the comments, but the comments haven't been turned on. And I figured out it's because I marked that my content was okay for kids. Well, they don't want comments in the videos that are vulgar or bad or anything like that. So they turned the comments off for okay videos for kids, which is so crazy. And I didn't realize that till I tried to look at the comments on my own video one day and realized I wasn't getting any, because at least I get at least 1 or 2 most of the time. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, you guys. It's probably why I haven't been getting a lot of interaction with you guys. Also, I wanted to address, I put on my Instagram the other day, I'm going to film a video. What do you want to know? What do you want to see? Whatever. Somebody had said, how do you write songs? How do you get the inspiration for writing the songs? Well, that is one of my biggest challenges, actually. It's not necessarily the inspiration, but I think for me it's adding music to the songs that I write. So I've written a lot of songs. Actually, they might be at, oh no, they're not there anymore, but they were at the foot of my bed for a while. And there's only one that's ever turned out, in my opinion, really, really good, and it was a hook. For a song, or the chorus if you want to call it, for the song, and to be honest, I don't know. I just think it turned out really good, and other people that I've asked has said, yes, this turned out amazing, whatever. I love when that happens. So, I don't know, maybe I'll end up sharing those some days, but if somebody is really good at adding music to lyrics, hit me up, because like I can play guitar fairly well. I'm not going to say I'm a professional or I'm Taylor Swift, but I can play fairly well. I just have some issues with getting away from playing the exact same rhythm, which is kind of odd. But you get stuck in playing the same rhythm so often, that's just what you go to. Because I actually taught myself how to play guitar. I learned by playing song Drops of Jupiter over and over and over and over. And then starting to play some more Taylor Swift songs, because for anybody who wants to start playing guitar, her songs are actually very, very, very easy to learn and to play to. So, yeah. That's a little bit of a fun fact about me. Speaking of Taylor Swift, I've been obsessed with her lately. Cue the shirts. I started listening to her music more once quarantine started, because I decided I was going to cave in and get Spotify Premium like they've been kind of advertising me to do for the past, 5 years since I've been listening to Spotify. And I caved. So I started listening to a bunch of her new stuff. And let me just tell you, I love it. I love her new album. I actually got the vinyl for her new album, because I'm also obsessed with vinyl right now. It's kind of a problem, but I just love it. I'm obsessed. I love Taylor Swift. And I'm sorry for anybody who doesn't, because there is actually quite a few people who don't. I like her old stuff and her new stuff, but I love them both in different ways, I think. So, yeah. There's that. I also started using this palette. It's called the Cheek Stars Reunion Tour. It's got Hoola in it. It's got Dallas for a blush. It's got a Georgia blush. It's got Sugar Bomb, which is a new blush that Benefit put up, as well as their highlighter cookie. And the reason I got it was actually the highlighter cookie. I swatched it in store and I was like, there's no way I can walk out without this. And I wanted to try Hoola anyways. So that's what I did. Quarantine has done me dirty, in my opinion. I am very lucky because I do get to work from home, and not everybody has that luxury. But it just does something to you sometimes, like not being able to interact with people. And when I go out now, my dynamic is very different. I'm not a person that walks around with a mask on all the time, because my philosophy is, if there's going to be germs that's going to get out, like germs can filter through a mask. So I don't really understand why. Like, I understand why, but like at the same time I don't. And I always carry hand sanitizer with me and stuff like that, because before Bath and Body Works closed, I went and they had like 5 for $8, and then they had a couple for like $1 a piece, so I grabbed a bunch of them. So I have some in my purse, in my car, on hand with me at all times, to make sure that I'm being very, very safe. But it's so weird, because now I can't do things that I used to, like helping elderly with their carts or anything like that, because you don't want to get them sick. And I actually hesitated the other day. I was at the post office, and an elderly lady was trying to go in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like she's kind of having a hard time. And then I opened the door for her, and I made sure I kept my distance and kept the door all the way open so she could go in at the far end. But it really made me second guess doing that, and I don't like living in a world that makes me do that. So it's been very challenging for me. Okay, cool. And then, okay, so I just did my contour with Hoola. I just did my blush with this Sugar Bomb blush that's right in the middle right here. That's a new release of theirs that originally is only found in this palette. And then I'm going to take my highlighting brush and I'm going to go into Cookie, and I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. Never walk on nearly the street again. See, like, this hits it hard. Like, oh my gosh. I just love this highlighter so much. It's like a champagne color. So pretty. I also kind of started learning how to do eyebrows while quarantine started. because I kind of have an obsession with online shopping. And that's one of the big ways that you support, you know, businesses right now. So I was doing a little bit of online shopping, and I actually found an eyebrow pencil for like $4 on Morphe's website, and I always order stuff from them. So I kind of started dabbling a little bit with eyebrows. I ain't gonna claim that I have my eyebrows on fleek or anything like that. Like, girl, it is far from it still. But it's definitely getting better. And their eyebrow pencils, this is their eyebrow pencil I got. It is called Biscotti. That's the shade that I got. And it is so thin. Like, oh my goodness. But I'll kind of show you guys what I do. Because, like I said, I have very bushy eyebrows. And I don't want to overfill them, if you will. Because then it looks like I drew them on with a Sharpie. So, but there is some spots in my eyebrows that I do have more balding spots, which is kind of weird, but it's just the way that they grow in. So I usually start from the corner and I move my way out. So I'll do that, and I'll kind of brush it up so it's not so dark. And then I'll actually take this and kind of brush my eyebrows down because, like I said, they're very bushy, so they get in the way very easily. And I'll go like this. Kind of draw the outline for the top. And then I will kind of brush it down a little bit right here. And then I'll brush it back to its original spot. Like that. And then sometimes I'll put some concealer around it, kind of just to brighten it up a little bit. But I'm not really going to do that today because it's not about the eyebrows today. And then I'm going to go up like so. And the problem that I have with my eyebrows, like the big problem I have, is that they are both shaped very differently. So some days they look like two totally different eyebrows, whether I get them plucked or not. So that's also a big challenge for me. Tell me down in the comments when I actually figure the comments out, like, is anybody else like that where their eyebrow just totally does not act like the other one? Because me too. And I really want to learn how you do your eyebrows, if so, because I'm really kind of struggling here. But this is my first eyebrow pencil that I've ever really had. Any other time that I've done my eyebrows has been filling it in with eyeshadow. So, we will see. See, and then my eyebrows, whoa, I just drew on my white blanket. I hate myself. My eyebrows are a little bit darker at that point, but they're filled in pretty evenly. And I'm pretty good about that, but I really hate myself for drawing on my white blanket because this is my favorite white blanket. But, you know, live and learn, right? Okay, and then after I get my face base done, just so you guys know, so you can kind of know a little bit about my routine, because everybody does their makeup routine a little bit different, but after I do that, where did my setting spray go? Oh, it's right here. I'm dumb. I also get the Morphe setting spray if I can. If I have time to obviously order it right now, but most of the time I'll just go to Ulta unless Morphe has a better sale on it on their website. But after I get my full face done, I don't have to put on setting powder with this specific foundation. So I will give it a spray. And I'm actually kind of running out of this, so panic! But I have an e.l.f. one over there too, just in case for emergencies. Or for eyeshadow. I use that smaller one for eyeshadow too, because this one sprays more like a hairspray. Alright, now we are going to dive into the coveted Conspiracy palette. But first, I want to peel this. Because I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of satisfying to me. That's fresh. Okay. You probably all hate me for just doing that. Whatever. Anyways, I think today... No! Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that? That, like, it's dark. I haven't even used it yet. Also, kind of a little bit weird. When I got this, it came without a shield over the actual colors themselves. But it came with a protected mirror. So, I don't really know what the point in that was, but don't do it again on one of your other palettes because I didn't like that. It makes me have high anxiety. High anxiety. So, I think I'm just gonna do a basic eye. Like, what I've been doing lately is I'll do like a brown smoky eye and then I'll do a pop of color under. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do a brown smoky eye with some shimmer, and then I think I'm gonna use the cheese dust for under because my sister wants me to use cheese dust. So we'll see how this goes today. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe eyelid primer in translucent. Can you tell what makeup brand is my favorite? Morphe? Sponsor me. I swear I mentioned them so much. They should literally just sponsor me at this point. Also, who has watched Instant Influencer? Me. I didn't think I was gonna like it at first because, like, I like James Charles, don't get me wrong, but I'm not, like, the biggest James Charles fan in the world. Like, I have some Sisters apparel, but I don't have a lot of it. I have the slides, and then I have... What else do I have? I literally don't know what else I have of his. I have slides, and I have one more thing. I can't... Oh! I have a Sister's phone case. That's what it is. And it's actually one of the clear phone cases because the other ones were all sold out when I ordered mine. And I'm also kind of disappointed with him because he released his collection called Sisterland, but he didn't keep all of his regular stuff that he normally had on his website. So it kind of makes me mad because I really wanted to order this one that I was waiting for him to, like, restock, this, like, the Lilac Sisters, like, repeating thing, whatever, but because I'm obsessed with lilac this summer for whatever reason. But okay, anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I'm actually going to go in with the shade Tanacon right here. It has the Conspiracy Eye on there. And I'm going to go in with that for my base color, so that's going to go on the outside of my lid. I don't like doing it all over my lid because sometimes it doesn't stick as well for me. And everybody's eye is different, so. Ooh, this palette has some fallout, so if you don't like that, you will... These are soft shadows. Like, thankfully it blows off, but oh my goodness. See, I'm not a huge person that cares about fallout. It's just that, like, when it really presents itself, I'm just like, ooh, girl, why so much fallout? But I guess some formulas are more delicate than others. So, at that point, as long as the quality's good, I mean, I guess I don't care. It's when it gets chalky that makes me mad. But usually when it's chalky, it doesn't blend very well. Which this one looks like it's blending pretty well. Better blend well. I've been waiting for this since it launched. Literally sat online and waited for 3 hours. Even during part of my work shift, which I could have gotten fired for that. But you know what? I just love Jeffree and Shane so much that I was willing to risk it. And I didn't even get it. I got mini controversy. Oh, okay. Alright, so I just got done using Tanacon. Now you can kind of see that it's on the outside of my eyes. I'm actually going to go in with Diet Root Beer right here. It's one of the shades that they also have in the Mini Conspiracy palette. And I have fallen in love with it. So thank God that I have 2 pans of it now because your girl is probably going to end up hitting pan on one of them eventually. So let's go. This is just yellow. Whatever. Okay. Okay, I don't think that turned out too bad. Sometimes, like, when I put on eyeshadow, it looks like complete crap until I add the eyeliner, but I don't think that turned out too bad, actually. It is a little bit of a darker, like, taupe brown than you expect it to be in the pan. Because in the pan, it looks kind of like a very light taupe brown, but then when you take it like this, it gets a little bit darker, I'm not gonna lie. See? And it's like, it's a little bit streaky as you go down, but like we've learned from Jeffree and Shane, how things swatch isn't always how they perform. Now I am actually going to go in with Just a Theory right here because I love this pale shimmer. I live for it. I'm going to stick that on the inner corner as well as the rest of my middle lid. And then we will go in with the Cheese Dust color. I'm actually just going to go in with my finger because I usually find, for me, that is what helps apply a shimmer. Alright. That isn't too bad, but it didn't brighten up like I really wanted it to. I thought that it would end up being a little bit more of a lighter shimmer. So what I'm going to do is they actually have this ranch color right here, and I'm going to take a brush. I'm probably going to take a packing brush, as long as I can find one. I'm going to take this packing brush. It's one of my best taupe brushes from Amazon. And I'm going to lightly go into ranch. 3 strokes and it's like this. That's pretty good. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go in on my inner corner. So the only problem that I have with packing brushes is most of the time they don't actually blend as well as you want them to with specific shadows, because most of the time you have an idea of how you want it to blend. So in that case, I generally take a brush that I've already used and I will just kind of blend it where I feel like it's not blending as well, which is kind of right here. It's popping a little bit too much for me. But then you kind of get that ombre look like that. And then I am going to go in with my Morphe M432 brush, and it's just a straight across packing brush. I usually use this for lining under my eye with some type of shadow, and then sometimes I'll get it wet, sometimes I won't. It really depends on what kind of color it is, if it's bright, if it's not that bright, things like that. With this one, most likely I will, just because it is a lighter orange, and sometimes those lighter colors are a little bit opaque. They're not as vibrant if you don't spray a setting spray on there. And then I will just kind of line it under my eye, pack it like that, and then I'll kind of swipe down so it blends a little bit more too. So, like I said before, I have an just an e.l.f. makeup setting mist for the eyeshadows, and I didn't even press very hard, and I've already got a good amount on there. Well, that's pretty good, setting it behind there. I've pretty much got a good amount on there. So at that point, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to spritz it like once. Wave it back and forth just to make sure it's not too wet. And then we're going to pack it. Ooh, I really like that. I didn't think that that was going to be more of like a fall orange. I thought it was going to be pretty bright like you see in the palette, but it's actually kind of a little bit darker, which I like with this taupe look. So I'm going to do this one more time for my other eye. Spritz at once. Pretty good. Alright, so I just went into the other eye off camera.